everybody. Good afternoon. It's Eldridge here. We're doing a live edition, a special Sunday edition of Voices Randomish. And we're here with our brother from another state, and we're going to let him introduce himself, and then we'll take it over to my sister.
How you doing? Ricky Haskins.
And where you from, brother?
Originally Chicago, but I moved to Virginia. Been living there for the past 15 plus years.
Okay. And you here with us today because?
Hanging out with my cousin.
All right, then. Well, we're going to take it right on over to my sister,
Tanya.
And we want you to know that we want you to have a sip and a seat. I can't even keep the tea in my mouth today, y'all. It's that deep. We need to look at me. I'm like drooling, people.
We going straight to the tea
kettle.
Straight
to the tea kettle today, y'all. It's that
kind of. We gonna let our guests pull the first one out the tea kettle.
Right.
All right.
We did this episode just because everybody wanted to make sure that we get the men's perspective. So we want to have a brother from another state. He's going to be visiting us and popping in every now and then because he's got a lot to say. So tell us what you pulled out the kettle today.
All right. So the topic for today is what gives you your identity at home versus work?
Oh, okay. Because you know that when we at work, you be that other person when you're at work, right?
Always.
Okay, you don't you remember when Tasha Smith did this whole broadcast about the fake chick? Except it was the fake bitch. The one, you know how you know this sister at work, and then she talk one way when she at home, and then when she at work, she's got that other voice, and she's at the copier doing things a little bit differently. You know, so her identity is totally different when she's at work versus being in the hood. So what gives you your identity when you're at work? Is it, you know, the way you talk? Is it the way you dress? Is it your swag? Something different about you? Home versus work?
It's more or less the atmosphere of your profession.
Okay.
So if you had a, like, say, for instance, my job, we're all laid back. We have fun. But when outsiders come into our fold or when we at a conference, our whole demeanor changes.
Okay.
And you have to have that. You just can't be ratchet 24/7. You just can't do
it. In other words, he said you could be ratchet, but you got to minimize it.
Exactly. When you go, look, if I had a business and you come to my place of employment, my place of business, ratchet, 24/7, I don't care if you're getting the work done. You are a example of that person.
Right.
Okay.
And you gotta have that boundary of professionalism.
So what makes it different? I know for me, my identity at work is obviously more subdued. I mean, my hair color is gonna be the same way it is. You know, that's me. But as far as attire, they have this thing at work called dress for your day. You guys know what that's about. You know, it used to be called casual dress, and people was like didn't know what to do. But the whole dress for your day. So thinking about the day that's gonna be in the office, what would you expect from someone that comes in a professional way versus like when they get ready to leave from work?
Well, see, again, I came from, when I worked up in Northern Virginia, the dress code was business casual, slacks, button-down shirts or sweaters or something nice. Where I'm at now, you wear what you want.
Okay.
So you can come in blue jeans and, you know, sweater and be okay. But again, it all depends on how you want to progress in your career. So if you're okay with just being that one worker that's cool, I come in, you give me my assignment and I work it. I don't want to move up. I don't want to manage people, blah, blah, blah. Then that's you. But if you're that type of person who wants to succeed and wants more, then you're going to change how you dress according to your work atmosphere.
And that's why they tell you to dress for your day. But I crack up because I remember I come from different eras, you know, obviously, where we started out with corporate and everything was the suits and the ties, you know. And then it got to business casual, and you knew it was casual when you saw the people from Northwestern Mutual in their khakis and their polo shirts, because that's how the people from Quanta, the people from Northwestern Mutual, because banking culture and insurance culture is the last to modify their dress code for anybody. Am I lying? You go and you know you're in the bank, everybody's sued there, you know, choking to death, right? But I thought about, like, the whole thing you were saying, Ricky, about adapting to the job or the role that you want to be in. I remember one time sitting in this training class that I had gone, and it was vice presidents and everybody in there, and they were talking about, upward mobility and 9-to-5 dressing.
Mhm.
And why this chick came in there, I don't know what she was dressing for, but she looked like she was finna be a hooker on Melrose, y'all. I'm not lying.
Oh,
she had
a little mini skirt on,
Yes!
and the high heels, and the cleavage out,
and the stockings, girl.
Oh, girl.
I was like, what mean you finna be in? Okay. And don't think the VPs and stuff they was like,
who you finna get under the table with?
Girl.
Who that she finna get under?
I was like, oh my God. And for her, because she had been in the call center, to her, she thought she was dressing professional.
She was the bomb.
But see, again, if you don't see, that's the problem that I see with our upcoming youth.
Mm-hmm.
They don't go on. They don't do enough practice interviews.
Right.
They don't know what to dress for an interview,
Mm-hmm.
or dress for in a professional setting.
Right.
Again, look at your setting that you're in,
Mm-hmm.
and dress appropriately.
I work in a warehouse. I'm dressed with a turtleneck, a sweater, some blue jeans, a lab coat, a hairnet, a hard hat. When you sit there, you be like, what?
but see, here's the thing.
It's 40 degrees in there already.
But see, here's the thing. But when she goes out,
Oh yeah,
she's dressed to the T.
Oh yeah, we know that.
Because here's the thing. When you're normally dressed every day for work, when you get home, sometimes you just don't want to do that.
Right.
You just want to throw on a jersey and a pair of shorts.
Game's going right now.
That wasn't the topic.
Okay,
that wasn't the topic.
Okay, y'all, let's just turn around and let them see how we're rolling today. This is how it is today, y'all. Okay, back to skinny, baby. I'm still rocking my Devin Hester polo jersey today. Chicago is in my blood. That's all I'm telling you.
It's in my blood too, but I'm a factor.
I was because
I'm just saying. I'm gonna sip my tea.
I couldn't get to my Donald Driver jersey fast enough, so I thought Devin would do. Driver, Devin, what the hell? It's all D's.
See,
it's good D's.
But again, we have to teach our young people that you just can't show up to the interview in
some holy jeans.
Exactly, and think that's okay, and think that you're going to get a job, regardless if it's at Chick-fil-A, PacSun, or whoever.
Right.
This is your practice for the real world. Take it serious.
Right. So why like you were saying you work in a warehouse, and Ricky, what's your occupation? Where are you at?
So I work for the government.
Okay, so he's government, and here I am in insurance. Okay, y'all know that is like a serious spectrum, because you got a person who works in a 40-degree cooler, someone who works in a variety of different areas, and then me out in the public or maybe not in the public. So we flex it all day long, And I think that's a message that we have. It's funny that you said that, because this brother that I work with, hi Emerson, we were talking about this straight up brother, smart. He come in, I love it, because ain't no other brothers in the office, and he would come in, he have his crisp shirt on, even if he's wearing jeans, his jeans is ironed. Okay, and he ain't got on no tennis shoes. That's the kind of thing you want to see when you're coming into the office. I don't care if it's casual. What I don't want to see is, y'all ever heard anything called floor pants? Check this out. I was working in another environment, right? It was a little bit more lax, and the person came to work, and I was teaching a training class, and this guy said to me, he's like, Eldridge, I'm gonna have to go home at lunch. And I was like, well, what's the deal? He's like, I need to go home and change because my cat peed on my floor pants.
So that means he can pick them up off the floor to get dressed to go to work.
Girl, do you know how many steps back I took? Okay, I see that look on your face. Yes, I had never heard of that like that. I was like, what the hell are floor pants? I was freaked out. I'm not lying to you. My mother would have beat the hell out of me. One, your pants on the floor.
Which they shouldn't be.
Okay. So you ever heard anything like that?
No. I ain't never heard that until you just said it.
I was so done. Cause see, y'all, my family know I'm sort of OCD. I have to have everything ironed and its colors got to match.
That ain't me. I ain't got to iron none. I walk out of my house, I be looking a hot mess. I'm going to a factory where I got to wear a lab coat. I'm not going there to impress nobody.
I bet your pants don't
And,
smell like pee though.
No, they don't smell like pee. It was like, I gotta go home because my cat pee. It took me a minute to put that floor pants. What the hell is that? Never heard that shit like that in my life. Oh, girl. Oh, Lord.
But the professional person that I was standing in there in my suit, booted all down, cleaning everything, was like, take a few steps back and say, okay, do what you need to do.
And keep a straight face, people. That is hilarious.
I was so through.
That is hilarious.
Oh God, I think we need to pull something else out that kettle because my pants is like, oh, dark on you. Oh, you had me there for a minute. Floor pants.
Ooh, that tea's so hot. Look at that paper is burnt. The tea
Oh
is hot.
my
The tea is hot. The tea is
Y'all see
hot.
that the paper is literally burnt. That's how hot the tea has been in it.
The tea is
kettle
hot.
today. No
Look at
joke.
that.
It's deep. No joke. All right, what we got?
Do you vacation alone? How do you feel about it? And do you have a favorite place to visit?
Ooh.
Ooh.
I know.
Ooh.
Come on, Mr. Travel
Yes,
Agent.
tell us, because he travels and
Come
all
on,
this.
plug yourself real quick.
So I travel in state by myself. Sometimes I would take my wife. But normally if I'm traveling out of the country on vacation, we do travel together.
What's your favorite place? You have a place that you continuously go back to, or do you go somewhere different every time you go on
Yeah,
vacation?
that's what we want to know.
So,
And tell us the best places that you've been in and where we should go.
well, so my number one place is Cancun.
Okay.
Love Cancun.
Okay.
Okay.
That's gonna be my retirement. So, but that's my to go my go spot, my scene. That's gonna be hopefully my retirement.
Okay.
What is it that draws you back? Because when I listen and I look at the look of serenity on your face, it's something that you really love.
It's something about sitting there on the beach and being unplugged
Okay.
from technology.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
We're talking about sitting on the beach, not even looking at Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, whatever the case may be.
Okay.
Not listening to the everyday hustle and bustle of, oh, I gotta go run this errand, I gotta go do this errand. The everyday of political, politics. You're sitting there on the beach, listen to the waves crash, listen to the laughter, having your tea.
You can't say tea in this place without us having to take a sip.
Right.
We already in our seats.
There we go. There we
It's
go.
the rule, people.
So, and it's just that serenity that you get. You're just really calm. And if you're on vacation and you're going out and you still stressed while you're on vacation, then you're doing something wrong.
Yeah.
Way wrong.
Yeah.
You're overthinking the whole process of vacation because
Exactly.
vacation is about relaxing.
And that's what it means. Vacation.
Enjoying.
Exactly.
Right.
And you know what? And vacation don't mean that you got to leave the country.
Right. Right. People don't. And you can stay in your same state and find some gems. Like you don't even have to go that far.
Let me tell you, we went to Thanksgiving this year. We wasn't at home. We went down to Hilton Head.
Okay.
Oh my God. Hilton Head was it was fabulous. It was relaxing. It wasn't.
Now tell people exactly where Hilton Head is, because we do have people out there that haven't traveled, might be thinking about going to Hilton Head and don't really know what state it's in or how to get there or whatever. So tell us about it and why it's so beautiful.
Hilton Head is in South Carolina, straight down 95. It's on a little island of its own. It is majority resort, but you can never tell because the resorts are so far off the roads that you got to take a mile just to get into the resorts. The trees are beautiful. I mean, the people are friendly. The weather is nice. I mean, the weather was so nice on Thanksgiving.
What type of temperatures did you have?
We was looking at around 60, 65.
Oh, I can do 60,
No
65.
more than 70, 72.
That's that good. That's
Oh.
even what jeans or shorts weather. That's
Exactly.
You can swing either way with that. Yeah.
Yes. And to get around, people was actually riding their bikes, walking. I mean, it was
Kind of like
just-
our Mackinac Island up here
Right.
that we have. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
Up in North Carolina, yeah.
It was beautiful. So, but to answer your next question, what's the favorite place that I've been to so
Mhm.
far? So I was on a deployment in 2017 down to the Baltics,
okay.
the Romania, Poland, Hungary, all
Baltic
of that.
Islands.
Let me tell you, between Romania and Poland were my two favorite spots.
Okay, and why? Because I think freezing, I'm cold, and
No.
I need vodka.
So don't get me wrong. So don't get me wrong. It is cold in Romania and Poland in the wintertime, but in the summer, it is nice and warm. It is a true hidden gem.
Okay.
It may take you, it may be a little bit expensive to get that plane ticket over there,
Mhm.
but once you get over there,
It's worth it.
your dollar is, oh my God, it is stretched. You think your dollar is stretched when you go down to Mexico?
Mhm.
Look at it at tenfold.
Yeah, because I know when we went to Puerto Rico, which still is part of the United States, it was interesting that your dollar could literally buy more there. But
Mm-hmm.
in Jamaica, the ratio of dollar was 55-1. So what's the ratio of American dollar to a dollar down there? Do you have a kind of a range?
Like I said, this was 2017, but I could tell you, I
100
stayed.
to 1, 55-1, 50-1.
Oh, it was a lot more than that.
Okay,
Close
okay.
up in the hundreds.
Oh.
So here it is that you go to a resort and you get a suite,
Okay.
and you're paying top dollar for that here in the States.
Mm-hmm.
I got a suite over there, and I was paying literally peanuts.
Like $20 a day, probably. Yeah, that's what it sounds like. I have a friend who went to Taiwan, and she was saying this magnificent, like a palace that they stayed in. It was like $18 a night.
Mm-hmm.
Like you said, the biggest expense was the ticket.
It's the ticket.
The ticket was the cost. And she said, even when I looked at going to Paris, it was the cost of the ticket. Most of the places, it was cheap money to go, what would have been equivalent of $60 a night for you to stay in some really great place. So what you're saying is that one thing people need to do is, first of all, another big expense for a lot of people is the first expense is going to be the ticket, but even before that is your passport.
Yeah, but passports are so easy to get. And there's no reason why nobody should even not have a passport now.
Right. Okay.
All it is, you pay I would say it's maybe $160, $130 at best.
Okay.
I just renewed mine.
See,
$130.
$130 people. There's no reason why you should not have a passport.
There should be somebody that ain't got no passport left to the right of you.
Who needs to have their passport renewed. But check this out, people. Like, he's preaching to the choir because my stuff is all filled out. All I need to do is show up and take a picture. We ain't playing. So anyway,
I got mine.
she has. We know.
I got my stamp already this year.
And I know this ain't a tea topic, but the thing is that Black people don't travel enough.
Okay, well, anything is
Yeah,
game
they
for
do. I mean,
You know
it's
what I
Black Travel Group.
I understand that. Black Travel Movement on Facebook. I'm a member of them.
Okay, vacation.
But what I'm saying
travel.
is that in our population of friends,
Right.
the first thing they say is, "Oh, that's too expensive."
Yeah.
No, it is not.
Yep.
Come
I don't
on.
want to pay them prices.
And
If you
right.
can sit up there and pay $18 for a pack of cigarettes,
Ooh, stop. Tell them.
come on now. You can
Or you
save
can pay
up.
$200 for them gym shoes.
Okay, yeah. Or a $3 for that coat, or
Look.
$300-400
But
for a
that's the
purse.
thing, because I have people always telling me, you always on the go, you always doing this, you always doing that. Yeah, but that's because that's what I choose to do.
Mhm.
You
It's a
choose to
priority.
go
Exactly. It's
shopping,
what you make a
and I
priority.
choose to go on vacation.
And that's what this lady at work was telling me. She said, and people always say it's the millennials. But I don't care who it is. I like the philosophy of having the experience because
Yes.
it's something about this whole biblical thing, that when things sit up and moth and stuff rust and things like that. You buy things, You may use them, you forget you have them. I'm guilty of that, buying things and forget that I have. But like you said,
Mhm.
the experience.
I live for experiences. I don't live for material things. I
Exactly.
tell people all the time, I don't care about that. Somebody was saying something to me about, oh, you should be driving the Lexus, or you should be doing this, or you should be doing that. You ain't got no that, this, that, and the other. I'm doing exactly what I want to be doing.
Right.
I'm not trying to impress somebody else for what I'm driving and what I'm doing. No, that ain't what I'm doing.
Because outside of the cosmetic for
wanna
the
do
people
it,
anyway.
I can do what I want.
And that's funny that you say that, because people would sit up there, go buy Lexus, go buy BMW, buy a Benz,
And
be
be
mad.
paycheck.
and live in and
And
can't
paycheck
afford.
to paycheck. Trying to
And be
impress somebody. I like my little kid.
Okay. And mad because they can't go on a vacation like you.
Right.
Mad because they can't go on a vacation. You absolutely
Or they can't
right.
even afford the maintenance.
Right.
You can't.
So on now, look.
Because you can't just go anywhere and get a oil change.
Look. You
I know
expensive
better.
cars, look.
I know better.
Give me my little kid and let me go on about my business. While you
Because
paying
guess
that
what?
car note, I'm gonna be on the plane.
It's peculiar days I want to switch to a Subaru.
I see y'all and so I'm taking my selfie on the plane by myself.
Okay.
See?
Okay. Don't hate the players. Hate the game.
Exactly. I mean, and again, you don't have to always leave the country.
Right.
Start within your state.
Yeah.
Yep.
Start within your neighboring
Just
state.
You right.
Just do something.
If you don't want to fly, guess what? You know, back in the day,
People didn't fly.
we used to do road trips.
road trips.
Y'all know how I feel about road trips. I think I told you
Look,
last week.
she ain't on no road trip. I like road trips. I like to get in the car and
Let
go.
me tell you
I want to stop over here and eat over there and then stop over there, do a wine sample. I like the road trip.
No,
See that
you
now
know what?
there's somebody
I
else
don't
seeing it
like
like
the
you.
plane.
Look.
She like that trip.
I came down
Look.
here and visit my cousin from
Look.
Chicago. 3-hour car ride.
Ugh.
I'm thinking I can handle that. No.
No, I told
I
you.
am done. I told her next time I come,
Fly
I am
like that.
flying.
Okay.
I am done. Road
He's
trips are
another
not
one
me.
that's not road
I
trip.
told you.
like
I
road trip.
told her how I roll. It's
Yeah, she
like,
said I'm flying to Chicago.
I
ain't
fly to
driving.
Chicago. Well, you better send a limo. to
These
get
two
me.
right
Ain't
here.
playing.
These
Ain't
two are
playing.
here when it comes to the traveling, but I don't like the road. How many times have I driven to Nashville to see grandma? Like, I drive every time I go to Nashville, but when from Nashville to LA, it's like 12, 14 hours. Like, I drive.
You and those fabulous legs can have it.
Yes.
Because I'm not
Sorry.
doing it.
It's so
Okay.
relaxing.
Can I get some, brother? Me and the crowd,
Hey, look
we
here.
ain't going over.
Hey, put me in business class any day.
We glad to get there.
Yeah, she's about, I'm not driving to Chicago. I'm going to be on the airplane and I'm going to meet y'all there. We're going to pick you up when we get there because I ain't paying for no flight to no Chicago. That's
Proud bird, golden
So
tail.
3-hour drive. That's it. That ain't that
I
long.
touch up, I touch down.
That ain't that long. 3 hours ain't that long on the road. It ain't.
See, no, I'm good.
We ended that string. We're